Russian soldier warns Putin will lose Crimea in damning assessment of Kherson retreat. For full news please visit www.express.co.uk. A Russian soldier has admitted they will lose Crimea as Putin's forces retreat from the southern city of Kherson just 150 kilometers north. The Russian fighter, who was previously in Kherson and is known only as 13th, posted a video in which he explained the extent of issues facing Russian soldiers. He suggested a retreat from Kherson was not simple because they do not have vehicles that can cross water obstacles, referring to the need to navigate the Dnipro River to the southeast of the port city. He also admitted that Russian civilians did not understand the extent of difficulty facing the soldiers in combat, telling his followers that if they did know, they would start having heart problems like I do. The Russian soldier said, "Some brilliant people have written to me. We will return Kherson. Do not get upset. Calm down. The admin of my military potential channel tells me, run a live stream to calm people down. But I think if I run live stream, people will start having heart problems like I do. And those saying, we will return Kherson, guys, if we keep fighting like this, and that is exactly what is going on, we will lose Crimea. And next, I am telling you, if someone thinks that we have vehicles that can cross water obstacles, we will gift him our BTR-80, which can dive once into the water obstacle and it will not re-emerge. It will be its last dive." Ukraine looks poised to reclaim the strategic city of Kherson on the southern front line as advancing forces liberated a further 12 nearby settlements. Valery Zaluzhny, Ukraine's commander-in-chief, said on Thursday morning that his army had advanced 4 miles in 2 directions on the southern front and the 12 settlements had been recaptured from the Russians in just the past 24 hours. On Wednesday night, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said 41 settlements had been liberated from Russian occupation. He said, "Today we have good news from the south. The number of Ukrainian flags returning to their rightful place as part of the ongoing defense operation is already dozens." Russia looks to have given up Kherson despite its value to their war effort, attempting to pull out soldiers to the eastern bank of the Dnipro River using barges. But Mikhailo Podolyak, an advisor to President Zelensky, said on Thursday that Russia was planning to turn Kherson into a city of death for advancing Ukrainian troops. He said Russian forces had laid booby traps and mines, and would be carrying out extensive artillery strikes once the Ukrainians had arrived in Kherson. President Zelensky also urged caution, saying, "The enemy does not bring us gifts. If Ukraine takes Kherson, they may look to push further south towards Crimea, which is just 150 kilometers away but is well defended." Mr. Zelensky has been clear that despite the area being annexed 8 years ago, the Ukrainian armed forces will recapture it. In his nightly address on October 25, he said, "We will definitely liberate Crimea. We will return this part of our country not only to the all-Ukrainian space, but also to the all-European space." But former UK Chief of the Defence Staff Lord Richards earlier this week warned that an attack on Crimea would lead to a very bloody battle. He added that a successful liberation would amount to rubbing Putin's nose in it, and could risk nuclear war.